حلقة جديدة من أبسورد. بلشينا ضحك لأنه كنا عم نضحك تحت قبل ما نصور يعني. اليوم معنا ضيف كان يشتغل فول تايم جوب وبعدين فتح شركته. رح نعرف كل تفاصيل هالبروسيس ونعرف ليش الواحد بيحب يفتح شغله الخاص ما يكون موظف بمحل تاني، وإمتى حلو تكون موظف يعني بشركة مثل ما أغلبية العالم بتعمل. ورح نحكي عن التشالنجز، عن اشياء كتير يمكن ما حدا بيقلنا اياها، سبيشلي على السوشيال ميديا هالايام اللي كلهم بيقولوا لك انه كل شيء كتير حلو او كتير هين ودوت ويو كان واتسترا. اليوم سعد. هاي سعد.
Hey, how's it going guys?
هاي كريم.
هاي كيفك
سعد. كنا نشتغل سوا.
Correct.
كنا نشتغل سوا بشركة
بدون ذكر اسامي.
بلا ذكر اسامي، في كم حدا رح يعرف. وبتذكر انه كنت انت دايما تآمن يعني وتصلي، بس
ايماني قوي.
اجت تمد ايمانك قوي وتصلي وتسمع قرآن انت وجاي من السيارة الصبح، قد ما حسيت حالك you trapped بهالشغل او ب 9 to 6.
100%.
Tell us
9 to
more.
6.
Yeah, 9 to 6, 9 to 9, 9 to 12, 9 to 1.
9 to 1 a.m.
Yeah. Like I felt that I was lost. I felt that I was trapped. I felt that I was not able to be myself. عارف it?
Yeah.
I'm not against corp. I'm not against working 9 to 5, 9 to 6 or 9 to 9. But I'm against being in a job that you don't like.
صح.
عارف it? يعني انت if you're in a job and you hate your life and you complain about it every single day, do something about it.
Okay, سؤال. When do we know إنه we don't like it؟ لأنه كمان في كتير عالم بتقلك إنه I don't like my job. I'm not motivated to go to my job. بس إنه it's my comfort zone. It's a salary at the end of the month. وقديه أصلاً بعد في the safety ب nowadays corporate jobs، يعني قديه أصلاً بعدها هيدا an advantage إنه the safety و security job security. فأنت الواحد لازم عن جد يعرف إذا هو he's meant to do something else maybe not just be an employee. In your opinion, from your experience.
I feel إنه لما توصل لمرحلة أنت when you are مثل ما قلت لك ضايع، عارفت؟ and you feel like you're not doing enough or you feel like إنه أنت you're controlled. أنا مثلا كسعد I don't like being controlled، عارفت؟ فأنت أنت شخص بتحب الروتين and you like being controlled, you like being asked what did you do، شو حتعمل، then corp is for you. بس for سعد it's not the case. ما بحب حدا يقول لي what did you do today, what are you going to do, what did you do, when will you finish it. ما انت هولي كلهم in your head بيكبروا. and for me it was the case. It just I would think so much إنه oh my god I have so much to do, ما حخلص، وإذا ما خلصت حضلني بعد 6. أنا honestly for me it was I don't want to stay after 6. عارفت؟ and a lot of people would resonate لأنه أنا back then I used to live in Sharjah. I had to wake up at 6 a.m. drive to Media City.
hiking انت يعني مش
رايح رحلة، عارفت؟ و I would still arrive late because of the traffic، عارفت؟ و let's say I finish at 6 p.m. I would reach home by 9 p.m. عارفت؟ for me it was is it all worth it. فأنت once you put all the factors together you ask yourself is it worth it ولا لا. And that's when you start thinking okay what can I do differently. Should I leave my job, do something different, or should I stay where I am because this is what I've been taught my whole life, to stay where you are وخلص suck it up.
But it's a lot of a lot of people are feeling this way إنه بيكون they feel trapped وبدهم يغيروا anything. But they still feel like they're not worth a shot, like إنه لا خلاص إنه I have a job, I have a salary at the end of the month, I have insurance, I have everything. So they just like forget about this feeling of being trapped just because they have safety on the other side of the.
وأنت مش بعيد عن الموضوع كمان كريم، لأن أنت كمان بلشت بcorporate for a short time and then you opened your company.
Yep.
So كمان you experienced this and I think probably you agree on for the same reasons maybe.
Yeah, إنه the simple fact that you're working for someone who doesn't like you know he's not مش grateful بس انه you don't feel like انه there is anything coming to انه ما في reward ما في appreciation انه هلا انت you said انه هول questions انه امتى بتخلص انه when is it انه you're gonna get those questions but you know with your clients with the people you are working انه
هلا بس في شغله اكيد in most cases unfortunately it's the case today لانه اليوم اللي بيشتغل معهم اللي بنشتغل معهم most of the time مش عم بعمم most of the time هن their bosses مش leaders that's what creates هيدا اللي انه فوق راسك بيكونوا شو عم تعمل وليه فالل على ليه جاي مش على الوقت وليه فالل على الوقت etc. بس it can be كمان a good experience working in a corporate in my opinion. لازم حيالله حدا يبلش بcorporate حتى في كفي بكوربوريت إذا it's what they actually like to do
100%.
وإذا هن كمان بالرول تبعهم they can
grow
they can do they can change. بس إنه you sit there and somebody tell you what to do and how to do it. I think this is where you
That's
need
where
to خلص يعني أنت when you lose the passion that's when you should
I agree.
know.
And there is no growth
100%. And once again I'm not against corp عرفت أنا I'm against being an employee but not asking for your rights. عارفت
وانت قلت شغله كتير مهمه and I think this is the زبده الموضوع اليوم. ما في بدنا نترجمها هي زبده الموضوع
قلت انا
بالسبتايتلز بس هي انه نحن معودين لانه اليوم المدارس شو بتعلمك انه انت هلا بالمدرسه بتفوت على الجامعه من الجامعه بتفوت على الشغل دغري ومن الشغل على مسواك الأخير بعيد الشر عن قلبك. وعن جد بس هي the sad reality.
That's a sad reality.
ما حدا بيعلمك اليوم كيف تكون أنت صاحب شغل تكون أنت تفكر بالشيء اللي بتحبه. مثلا هلا شو بيقولوا لك لما يعملوا job fairs مثلا بالجامعات إنه روحوا شوفوا شو بينصحوك مثلا الأساتذة روحوا شوفوا شو بيقولوا له الميجرز اللي مطلوبين أكثر شيء.
It's interesting 100% and it's interesting because this is a topic that I've always spoken about. انت هلا when you are in school and those teachers are teaching you those courses have they succeeded in life? انت عم تتعلم من عالم that have not succeeded in life. To them it's a job. فهمني
in most cases أكيد
in most cases أكيد بس انت كمان if you're a teacher and you're teaching the specific course انت ما عم بتطبق هيدا الشيء بحياتك. I would rather learn from someone who's created a business, started a business and succeeded in a business rather than learning from someone who didn't.
تصديقا على كلامك أهم أساتذتي بالجامعة هن اللي كانوا بيشتغلوا بالفيلد وبيعلموا مش بس اللي كانوا يعلموا بلا the work experience لأنه كمان it doesn't شو اسمه
100%.
هي عن جد بس واحد يفكر شوي وكلنا هيك بنبلش بس يمكن بلشنا نفكر فيها على وقت مؤخر لأنه السوسايتي علمتنا إنه to follow this path. بس لازم نفكر انه مش اجباري واحد فيك تضلك انت تشتغل as an employee وتكبر وتصير باهم المناصب and this is beautiful. بس فيك كمان انت تكون مش هذا الشيء اللي بتحبه
صح.
اذا كل يوم الصبح بتوعى ومنك مبسوط منك محمس رايح على الشغل هون I think you should really think
صار عندي فلاش باك
انه تصلي لازم بس اذا بتصلي كل يوم انت رايح على الشغل في question mark لازم تصلي بس انه التوقيت كمان بفيد. ف ايه هيدي طيب سعد انت اليوم بلشت شركه اسمها Urban Media.
Correct.
وشركتك اسم الله is like very successful, it's growing it's going يعني on the right path. خبرنا شوي كنا عم نحكي قبل ما نبلش نصور انه انت مش تركت شغلك وبلشت وصرت very successful. شو كانت الستوري هيك تبعك شوي وكيف كانت الجيرني؟
Yeah, so basically لما when I started in my career till today بقولها I don't know if I'm doing the right thing عرفت and this is the beauty of it صح. لما بلشت my career I didn't know what I wanted to do. Okay هلا because on the side I do music I was always in the creative aspect, the creative industry, meeting different creative people. And this is where I kind of fell in love بهالمجال. Alright? هلا when I took this, I'm like, okay, how can I monetize this industry with something that I love?
Yeah.
فmarketing is part of it, and this is what I studied. وشوي I kind of started, you know, different agencies, different clients. You know the whole shebang. When I joined أول boutique agency, it was great and all, but I left to open up a company. I did 3 months of it. I hated it. It just didn't work out for me. I was like not making money. I had no clients. I was alone. And this is something very important, by the way. A lot of people tell you, no, you have to be alone. No, if you trust someone and you really think that you guys would work together in starting a business, then yes. And this is what happened. I started a business by myself. I failed. Went back to corp. Did corp again. رجعت طلعت من corp. Opened up a business, but this time it was different. I did it with a partner.
Yeah.
And when I did it with a partner, I was like, okay, so I learned from my lesson from the first company. طبقت my second company. What I'm trying to say is, it's a learning journey. It's يعني انت there's a lot of stuff that you do wrong. عارف till now 4 years into the business, we still face a lot of problems that you want to fix.
أكيد طبيعي.
عارف and this to me is what I love doing.
I think it comes back to personality. Like a lot of people would go think that opening something, a business, is cake. It's nothing. Just open something. You have a name for it. But حتى out there, and clients like run to you, towards you. It's not like this. They would have this expectation, and you open something, you can like start making money after a couple of months, 3 months.
And work less.
It's the total opposite.
100%.
I work 7 days a week. لساعة 12 واحدة sometimes I don't even sleep.
Yeah.
Stress all the time because, as you said, you don't know if you're doing the right thing, which is, by the way, it's like the question that tells you you're doing the right thing. There are so many things, but for me, it's much better than waking up for someone being stressed out in the traffic because you're late and you're gonna listen, hear a few words. At the end, بالآخر بيعطوك salary that you're not happy about, and you're like contained.
مزبوط اللي عم تقوله كتير. وفي شغله بس تمام نكون زي ما عم نحكي بس عن salary. فيك تكون السالري تبعك is amazing وتكون still you hate your job. It's not something you're empowered to do. You can take decisions. You can هيك feel passionate. فيها السالري تكون كتير منيحة yet you hate your job. You know what I mean? Like, it really is more about just money. لأنه مثل ما اثنيناتكم عم بتقولوا from your experiences إنه وقت واحد يقول إنه فتح my own business, actually working more and earning less. But you're building for the future. 100%. You're doing something you love. You're doing your passion. It's your 100%, own thing. So
100%. And funny enough, يعني when you meet people nowadays and ask what do you do, I never say I'm a co-founder. لأنه if you say you're a co-founder, بفكروا أنه هيدا عنده شركة و made it وهيدا. لا, I just say I work for a company called Urban Media. خلصت. Because over time you realize, and if you say you're a co-founder or you're a CEO, خلاص إن أنت you've made it. عارفت؟ no, it's difficult. ومثل ما قلت, even if you are in a very high position in any job and you're making crazy money, you start to realize it's not about the money. لأن أنت yes, you're making your money, بس 20 years down the line, they can come in a day and say thank you for your service. Leave.
Absolutely.
And 20 years down the line, you're 50 with 3 kids and a wife and a house. What are you gonna do?
It will be the case anyway, though. Like whether they fire you or not, حتوصل على مرحلة إنه خلاص you are at an age you should stop working.
Exactly.
And if you haven't like thought of any plan B, like what do you do? خصوصا بلبنان مثلا. What do you do? Like you have no alternatives.
كنا عم نحكي كمان عم بقول كان ساعد إنه فيك أنت مش بس إنه مش عم ندعي إنه كل العالم تقوم
100%
تفلم للكوربوريت.
Yes.
بس إنه عم تقول قلت لي شغله كتير حلوه انه فيك يكون عندك your corporate job but still think
something
of what you love.
انت
what do you love doing, still do it. You can still be happy at your corporate job, be full time, all is good, but don't forget the things that is هيك drive the passion inside of you.
100%. يعني انت يعني the best case scenario is تكون عندك a job that you really love and you enjoy, alright, و on the side you're working on something. لأن انت 20 years down the line, let's say انت you resign, right, but you have the 20 years into you've worked on something, فخلص this plan B has gotten to a next level, فانت خلص you live off passive income. عرفت؟ But unfortunately we are in a society where they're so fixated على one direction اللي هي لا أنا لازم أكون in a 9 to 6 و this is the best way to do it, و if it's not this job I'll go to another job.
مظبوط. لحقلك هذه I think جاي كمان من our societies من قبل اللي هن أهالينا mainly إنه بالنسبة لهم this is a safety يعني it's the safest إذا بدك path بس إنه nowadays with the way things are happening the businesses how they function again safety is nothing it's not a criteria anymore in any job
Yeah.
So I don't think this exists anymore it's not an advantage anymore therefore it just really think of what you love doing what you want to do is that it's 9 to 6 amazing good for you keep doing it if it's not just do something else
100%.
بس بدنا نحكي شويه كمان على اوكي طيب هلا تنقول انت هلا مثل ما دائما بنقول نحن وتريجر ثوتس ما عم نقنع حدا بشيء نحن we share our experiences بس تنقول وقلعت عالم انه عن جد هلا فكروا I need to start my own business بدهم يبلشوا من محل does it need money لانه في عالم يمكن they need to start a business to make more money او هذا
Okay.
does it also need money to start the business is it a circle يعني كيف
Like I don't know if Kareem has a different answer but I know from my point of view مثلا انه it depends on the industry if it's an industry that requires a capital then yes you need the money but if it's a business or an idea that you have it's a service that just requires skill then لا you don't need the money يعني مثلا let's say in the agencies it's all skills it's not they're not reinventing the wheel
you're providing something
you're providing a skill but the difference is where مثلا let's talk about urban مثلا عرفت where our competitive edge was انه the clients have PTSD from agencies 90% of the meetings that we've done in the past 4 years every client has issues with their current agency عرفت so we figured انه لا this is not the right way لانه agencies are here to support clients this is what we really wanted to do support the clients and what we found out انه why they hated working with agencies because there's a hierarchy يعني مثلا انت let's say you're on the client side or you ask for something you have to go through 6 people to get a very simple thing in 2 weeks while if you work with a boutique agency that understands that there's an issue with that you change that mentality and you go like okay I'm gonna give it to you in 2 days they're gonna start realizing okay
so the agility
100% عرفت and this is kind of مثلا in my case what we did differently and we believe in it لأنه I was in it another very important question when someone wants to start a business انه هي لازم يسأل حاله are you solving an issue
that's amazing that's very important
are you solving an issue حتى if it's a service لأنه even in a service you're solving an issue but I know we diverted but
لا it's an amazing point solving an issue because of something you went through
100%
you know best
exactly so نرجع نفس البوينت انه 9 to 6 يعني منيحة لأنه
because you learn a lot you learn a lot
but when you don't find the passion in it anymore you move you take the skills and you apply it to something you're more passionate about 100%. And if it still serves your passion and your character who you are who you believe in what you believe in then you keep doing 9 to 6
it's not a word where you can stay static now let's say you have a job 9 to 6 it's interesting you can try a few things بعدين down the line if you feel like you can afford like having those years plus يعني I feel like you have to start with 9 to 6 for me
100%
like مثلا sometimes يكون انه بيشوفها I'm at a young age انه فتحت شركة بيشوفها okay it's easy reach it's not easy reach انه you need 1 month 2 months 1 year whatever بس انه you have to take have a taste of it لازم تاكل كف شوي one day لازم تتأخر على شيء لازم الباص انه you have to feel
you
something
need to have good and bad bosses I always say I've had both and I always say I learned from the bad bosses more than I did from the good ones
100% that shaped you as a leader now
exactly I learned how not to be
yes
so exactly to your point you need to have both and learn 100%
That's exactly a good point because هلا مثلا بس فكر إنه how am I being with my company I'm like I don't want to be like the ones that I hated not even hated I didn't feel anything for them back then but now when I think of them I'm like they were not that good they were like very bad
they were managers not leaders that's the difference
the world has a lot of bosses but less leaders I think this is all اللي عم نقولهم هودي منهم يعني random statements هو كلهم بيعملوا the feeling that Saad had and so many of us
and so many others
exactly had اللي هي إنه I hate going to work, I hate doing this لأنه اليوم اثنيناتكم and I know you both you work day and night and probably more than what you used to do in your corporate jobs. So it's not about I need to work less. وهيدي أهم شيء يعني توضح البوينت إنه it's not working less, earning more.
It won't happen.
It won't happen. بالعكس, it's actually working more. But when you work with something you love,
100%. You won't have to work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
So,
it sounds cliche, but it's so right.
It's the truth.
Exactly.
No, but seriously, like, some weekends I'm like Saturday, hey, you know, I'm home, I can work on my things I wasn't able to on the weekdays.
And you enjoy it.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I enjoy creating presentations. I don't know why. It's like for me, it's عم بتسلى.
Because I'll tell you why. Because you're selling something you believe in. You're not selling something that someone sitting in the headquarters in the US or in Europe told you to sell. You know, at least هلا أنت
you're believing in your own product.
You know it.
You know it, inside out.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
So هودي كلهم بيعملوا this أو بيكونوا هاي الباشن عندك سعد. شو بعد في شيء بالبروسيس إذا بدنا نحكي شوي more tangible steps إنه اليوم أنت اتفقنا ليه كان بدك تفل من 9 to 6 اتفقنا إنه it can be good or bad depending on if it serves you on a personal level or not. واتفقنا عن قصة إنه فتحت أنت شيء بالأول ما مشي رجعت على الكوربوريت so ما في شيء إنه لازم يمشي من الأول أو ما بقى بعمله. You need to try and all of this. But on a more tangible level, so we talked about the money. It's not يعني a showstopper. I mean حسب شو عم تعمل مثل ما قلت. بس شو في شيء تاني step you need to consider هيك when you open your own business يعني. Being working with people. مش بعرف ما بعرف يعني.
Like a lot of people ask, you know, what's the difference between being an employee and running a business? To me, هلا once again نحن we're not multinational yet, but you know we have amount of employees that we have to take care of on a daily basis and listen to their requests. For something that I learned in the business is dealing with different characters. Out of it, it's the way you say things. يعني مثلا, if I come up to you and tell you, hey, I don't like what you did, do something else, you're gonna take it in a negative way.
Yeah.
But if I come up to you and tell you, hey, I like what you did, but why don't we just tweak it in a way that reflects مثلا this brand's image.
Exactly.
This way you take it in a positive way and you're gonna love how the manager came up to you and you're gonna do a much better job.
Can I translate what you're saying in a يعني so basically what you're saying is brilliant لأنه you're saying that to open your own business doesn't only take money and the decision, it takes you to be actually a leader and talking to different people, to different characters.
The way they want to listen to.
Exactly. So talking their language مش so هون عن جد هول القصص اللي حلوة نفكر فيها إنه مثل ما قلنا لما تفتح your own business ما بتشتغل أقل بالعكس مش بتاخد مصاري أكتر من دغري من الأول ومش إنه بتصير أنت البوس بتعمل بدك إيه بالعكس actually وقت تعمل مثل ما العالم بدها لأنه العالم عم تشتغل معك بدك تسمع لهم بدك تفهم لهم their character
100%
which is amazing.
You have to break the wheel. مثلا كيف أنا sometimes بفكر فيها كمان بالparenting. مثلا let's say إنه I saw once like a sort of a map إنه كيف the grandparent was the dad became like his dad, vice versa, like they transfer their personalities, which can be toxic. إنه أنت you have to break the wheel at some point. إنه مثلا أنا بالشركة again إنه ماني هيدا إنه بيجي I don't like this do it again أو في discussions في نحكي سوا we work together. لأنه بفكر إنه أنا مثلا I was that person who they made me hate my field which I studied which I loved.
صح.
So I don't want to be that person who at the end of the day مثلا إذا حدا عم بيشتغل معي to go back home and hating what they're doing because you know, I've been harsh or I've been like or I said something that's not supposed to be done يعني.
سألني حدا بالinterview once how do you motivate your team or how do you deal with your team شيء قلت لهم I make sure that I make everyone's role feel important which is the case لأنه كل واحد اليوم إذا من junior person to the most senior one إذا كل واحد عم يعمل شغله شيء واحد منهم في شيء رح ينقص. كل واحد له رول بدك تفهمهم لأنه في كتير عالم nowadays we see it بالcorporate إنه إذا أنت مثلا junior you don't have much experience they make sure to highlight it to you to make you feel that أنت you're worthless you're just learning from us. No.
Yeah.
Without him you can't do the job as well. You will need to do this which you probably don't know because you've done it long time ago. So when you make everyone's role important, which is the actual case. That's how you create a team.
100%.
وهذا كتير مهم لواحد وقت بده يفتح حيلا kind of business إنه يفكر فيها to be a leader مش just a boss ويصير يفشخ إنه أنا عندي a new business.
100%.
Yeah.
يعني an example مثلا إنه it happened with me. We have a very young employee on board. Honestly, most of the ideas that came from her.
Wow.
لأنه she's super creative. It's the young ones that are super creative nowadays. So أنت هلا you get to an age where you're growing. You're getting to an age where أنت كمان you're missing out on a lot of trends. عرفت؟ فأنت when you're not 19 anymore. فأنت there's a trends that أنت you're missing out on that others will pick up on. فأنت you need the diversity by your team. You need the senior ones and you need also the young ones. لأنه if you just have the young ones, you're gonna miss out on leadership. If you only have the old ones, you're gonna miss out on the trends. فأنت there's a mix and match that has to happen.
Something كمان أنت مثلا you work a lot and we work days and nights sometimes. We don't follow up with what's happening. So we need sometimes the team to remind us.
صح.
أنا مثلا I work on something. I don't have the time to check other things. Last time one of the guys who work with us the first day we hired him دغري he gave us software that saved us First day he saved us with a software that I didn't even know about, So you can be able to check those لأنه ما بتعرف إنه أنت you're working on something خلاص إنه you have to finish this task and you're on it. It's very important كل واحد عنده his own role
وفي مديرتي اللي كتير بحبها من one of the companies I worked for كانت تقلي إنه أنت if you're leading a team you don't need to know everything the team knows. Your responsibility is to actually know how to lead them.
صح.
To make everybody to get the best out of everyone, but you don't need to have all the skills. Which coming goes back to your point. When you open your own business, you need to work with people.
Yeah.
You need to work with diversity of expertise and skills that you probably don't have. You don't need to know it all to open your own business.
And this goes back to the ego. في عالم they don't accept the fact don't accept the fact that someone working for them knows more. So بالآخر بيصيروا hold the bad leaders لأنه they take it personally and they make that person feel like worthless or bad.
صح.
أنا بالعكس sometimes I'm like oh wow they know a lot more in certain fields بس إنه عادي إنه a lot of factors for this to happen and I don't take it in a way that I don't know more بس إنه it's good لأنه بيستفيد so
it's something I also wanted to mention إنه leave your ego on the side. When you start a business there are certain people that will help you reach next levels عرفت and you'd be shocked بيكون مثلا the most junior person in your team عرفت it goes back to believing in the team that you have حتى لو مثلا for example نحن when we get someone on board to me it's not the CV anymore it's the attitude. عرفت إذا أنت واحد شخص you don't have the right skills but you're on the way I would rather have that person over someone who thinks he knows it all.
مظبوط يكون محمس هذا الشخص وهذا over someone and skills you can learn it
100% عرفت I'd rather be with someone that has the motivation to learn who has the attitude لأنه if you مثلا let's say we're 5 people one of the people مثلا they have ego. But the whole chain will become toxic. And this is where this is what's happening currently with the global ones. I'm not going to say names, but this is what's happening. فأنت you want to always make sure that the source is great. Sorry, I hit the mic.
So you hire people to tell you what to do مش to tell them what to do.
100%.
ما له معنى إذا بتجيب عالم لأنت تقول لهم شو بدهم يعملوا. أنت you're hiring people على الإكسبرتيز تبعهم. So هيدا it takes a lot of ego شو اسمه.
Agreed. Maturity
maturity exactly. وحتى it takes a lot كمان ليفوت موظف لعندك إذا أنت عندك your own business ويقول لك مثلا إنه I feel we did this wrong let's do it this way. إنه أنت as a business owner في عالم إنه لا ما بيسمحوا إنه هن اللي
مين أنت to tell me what to do.
Exactly.
أنا ما كنت أسترجع أقولها هيدا ما كنت أسترجع أقرب صوب الزلمة تقول له إنه في شيء أنا خلاص he said that I do that. هلا the people I hire
they push back
بيجوا بيقولوا لي مثلا إنه ليه البوست برودكشن هيك ليه مدري شو أنا أدي لك إنه tell me what's on your mind يعني.
مزبوط. في شغله بس بدي هون في هلا اكيد ما بدنا يعني كل الموضوع فينا في سب مواضيع فيه بس في كمان هون a thin line between نحن كيف كنا نتعامل بكوربريت وورلد between كمان شوي الجيل الجديد اللي كتير حلو حماسه وانه لا they don't settle for anything which is perfect between يعني twist of وقحنة شوي
a lot of
وقحنة وصرنا انه شو ما كان لا وبتأثر على نفسيتي وما فيي ولا وما بقبل وهيدا في قصص ايام كمان you need to be tough in a sense of take things يعني I've done إذا بخبرك شو كنت أعمل أنا أول ما بلشت يعني بماي فيلد nothing يعني خاصه بماي فيلد بس كنت أعملهم كلهم لأنه أنا حالي كنت إنه experience وكذا هلا بتحس كمان في كتير شوية يعني غنج so هون
they wouldn't do it
it's even أصعب عليكم كبزنس owners أنتو
agreed
إنه this thin line between تعطون this confidence للemployees especially the new ones the juniors yet تفهمون إنه لا أنا I am with hierarchy by the way if done properly I am 100%
agreed
with hierarchy
100% agreed ليك مثلا نحنا with us we figured out a way where we're kind of friends with the employees but at the same time there's a red line عارفت يعني مثلا last week اجا مع one of the content creators عندي he's like man I don't find you مثل as a manager إنه أنت you're like more of a friend عرفت يا مان بلش يبعت لي واتساب اللي what do you think of this مثلا عرفت it became more on a personal level but at the same time he respects me I respect him
بالضبط
عرفت
قد بيكون محمس يشتغل لك
100% عرفت فنحن back in corporate إذا مثلا we got a task and عن جد you couldn't do it no way you can tell them I can't do it يعني have you ever pushed back with your manager
No, بس لما تفل بيقولوا لك why you didn't push back you
exactly
أنا وقتها كان I used to
بس مش كله عن جد to be honest but some يعني in my the same يعني boss I had that I told you I love her I had this super amazing
that's great so
again leaders versus bosses يعني
100%
طيب سعد شو بعد في هيك فاينل لنختم فيها نصيحة بتحب تقولها لكل حدا عم يفكر to leave corporate open their own business وبرجع مثل هيك بس بذكر انه احنا ما عم نقول كل العالم فلهم من الكوربريت
100%
هي I am in a corporate now بس if it works for you then
do
amazing if not وبدهم يفتحوا their own business شو النصيحة in هيك 1-2 lines
like once again I'm not against corporate I'm not against people who have this life for them and they're happy with it good for you I am not the most successful person I'm still learning on a daily basis and I still don't know if I'm doing the right thing but I'm happy so my advice to people is if you find something that you really love and that will make you happy and that's not monetary and once you stop thinking of the money and you start doing something that you love the money will follow so this is my advice and once you really put in the effort towards something that you love trust me the money will follow just don't think of the money in the beginning لأنه the money will not come
the money will take from the actual passion and the time you need to like get to do something something great
it takes time
So this is like opening your own business. Is that into the corporate? Think of money.
No, if you're in corporate and you're happy where you are, think of a plan B. Work simultaneously on something that you really love. And if you don't have something that you love, figure it out. Find something that you love.
Is that what you're doing, which can be the case, وحتى أنا قطعت فيها وهلا عم أقطع. Is that something you actually love doing? You're happy where you are. There's no harm
go
in
ahead.
just doing this
100% there's no right or wrong there's no right or wrong
by the way I know some people would think that no مثلا my friends out of my friends أنا الوحيد مثلا I open a company there's no right or wrong and not everyone مثلا إنه would want to open a company some would be comfortable with this so come in it's about we're not telling anyone to do something
100%
you don't have to try by the way just if you want
exactly as we say always it's a thought-provoking podcast we don't tell people what to do there's no wrong or right you take it the way you feel you think of it the way it works for you and maybe out of this entire episode you might think of corporate is working for you which is amazing and it's a blessing but that was very inspiring. So thank you كتير Saad
Thank you
for
guys.
coming.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
Thank you for coming.
Wish you all the best
Thank
بأربن
you.
media
Thank
which
you.
is doing amazing.
Thank you.
So good luck. Thank you Kareem كمان for sharing your experience. كمان we wish you all the best.
حسيت مطار بيروت.
Merry Christmas and all the good wishes. Thank you and we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.